Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Stews here, and welcome back to another video. And today is about time, the time you've all been waiting for me to do my favorite and least favorite movies of the year. Yep, time to recap on the movies I saw in 2023. So yeah, with this one right here, I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite movies of 2023. I gotta be honest with you all, 2023 is one of the best years for movies. Maybe it might even be tied with 2019 as the best year for movies in general. This year is amazing. I love 2023. I don't care what the haters say. I know 2023 was a year of box office flops, bankruptcy of studios, and all that shit, but I don't care. I think this year, I defend this year alone. I think yes, of course, there's some bad movies, but these movies outshadow the worst of them all, or at least the mediocre ones of them all. So yeah, without further ado, yeah, if you want to know what my favorite movies of the year were, then just keep watching. But first, let's get on with 5 honorable mentions. And my 5 honorable mentions from number 15 to 11, arranged in chronological in that order, are Creed 3, John Wick Chapter 4, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Nimona, and Past Lives. I actually wish I put Past Lives on the list. It's just hard for me to top these 10. It's just hard for me to put Past Lives above these 10 other incredible films. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. At number 10, Godzilla Minus One. Yep, guys. I mean, yeah, December, honestly, it kind of sucks that, there isn't a big event movie that came out this month, with whether it's like a Star Wars movie or an Avatar movie like that. This year, the big quote-unquote blockbuster that we got was Aquaman and Lost Kingdom, which I have not seen yet. Actually, I'm going to be seeing it on Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be seeing Aquaman and Lost Kingdom on Tuesday in 4DX. But you want to know why I didn't see Aquaman 2? Yeah, one of the reasons is my vacation and all that stuff. And I take over the month and I had family stuff to do, so I won't have time. But the real reason why I didn't see Aquaman 2 is because me and my family wanted to see Godzilla Minus One. I mean, this movie didn't even come out in my country. What a shame. Yeah, thank God I'm a lucky that guy to go to the US, and witness this masterpiece. Because to me personally, this is the blockbuster event of this Christmas season. Even though I wish it was higher, I know there are some people who put this as their favorite movie of the year, like Alexander Robinson and Soups, Matt Ramos. Yeah, I know people are going to be like, oh, why is it only a number 10? And there are going to be some disliked films that are higher than this film, and you're going to call me crazy for it, but yeah, I will say this. I think we can all agree that Godzilla Minus One is the best Godzilla movie ever made. And I'm going to go as far as saying, I think this is the best kaiju movie ever made. Yep, it's better than King Kong 1933, and it's even better than King Kong 2005. Yeah, this movie puts the MonsterVerse to absolute shit. Now, I'm not going to be one of those, people who's going to bash Hollywood and be like, oh, Hollywood needs to take notes from this movie. This movie teaches Disney a lesson. I'm not going to be one of those people. Yes, I have not reviewed this movie yet, but I will eventually review this movie at some point in January. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention one more thing. There are actually some 2020 movies I still need to catch up on. So yeah, by the time Oscar season hits around, I'll be able to watch as much 2023 movies as I expect. Yeah. But yeah, Godzilla Minus One. Thankfully, I accomplished seeing this one in theaters. This is a movie that definitely deserved to be seen on the big screen possible. But yeah, so now I'll talk brief about this one. In fact, I'll actually be talking brief about all the other movies on this list. yeah, don't want to take too much time because I got stuff to do and still need to record some other videos. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, what can I say about Godzilla minus one? Yeah, this movie has all the epic Godzilla action that you want. Like Godzilla is a force to be reckoned with. I think this is the best version of Godzilla yet. Like he's a, like he. This movie made me afraid of Godzilla, especially in the beginning scene, the opening attack scene. My God, that scene made me. That scene scared the living crap out of me. Like it felt like that beginning scene felt like a horror movie. And yes, this movie is filled with a bunch of Godzilla action in it. The intense ones. I mean, the score is very nostalgic from the classic 1950s Godzilla movie. And this movie felt like a Hollywood blockbuster, a big blockbuster. Can you believe that a film less than 15 million looks this impressive? Yeah, this movie better get a best visual effects nomination. In fact, I think this might have the best visuals of the year. Yeah, spoiler for my Frozen Awards. This movie is likely gonna win best visual effects at the Frozen Awards 2024. And also, but I think what makes this movie truly incredible is that it's able to, make us feel for the human characters. Like the MonsterVerse. I mean, while I don't think the human characters are as bad as people say this, I think this movie really accomplishes in making everyone care about the human characters. There's development and all that stuff. There's development. There's a very compelling human drama to it. And yeah. Oh, and by the way, that atomic breath scene. Woo! Oh my goodness. So yeah, I will talk about this movie. I will review this movie. I guarantee you. Don't worry. But we gotta move on. At number 9, Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania. Oh boy, you guys are gonna hate me for this. I know. You guys are gonna hate me for this pick. And I know this movie, people would put this on their worst movies of 2020 list. Oh yeah, but by the way, shout out to Gwen the Cat, though. I'm sure Gwen the Cat would be happy that I put Quantumania on the list. Yeah, I will never understand the hate for Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania. This is still my favorite Ant-Man film. I still stand by my love for this film. I don't care what anyone else says. This movie is a masterpiece. Like, I love this movie to death. Now, I thought that this is going to be the most underrated movie of the year in general. There was one movie that topped this. Well, I think you already know what I'm talking about, but I'll definitely get to that film in a bit later on. But yeah. Yeah, Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania definitely lived up to the hype. That lived up to all the hype. I mean, this movie is just epic and wicked from start to finish. The visual effects, like yeah, sure, it's all covered in visuals, but I think it looks really gorgeous. There's not a single bad CGI in this. Yeah, there's not even MODOK. I mean, yes, MODOK looks uncanny. But he's supposed to look uncanny. MODOK is supposed to look ugly. Yeah, I love what they did with the whole Darren Cross thing. But yeah, the Darren Cross thing. But what really makes this movie stand out, especially from the other Ant-Man films, is the stakes. Yeah, this movie goes full on big in scale. Like there's big action scenes. Like it is heavy in scale. You literally got Kang, out of all people, to be the villain in an Ant-Man film. Like Marvel literally had the guts to make an Ant-Man film dark and just big in scale. Kang is just as menacing as we were expecting him to be in the trailers. And yeah, I love all the characters. Scott, Hank, Janet, like that. Kang is incredible, but the best character in the movie, the standout, is easily Catherine Newton's Cassie Lang. I love Cassie Lang. She's one of my favorite MCU characters, and I totally defend the decision to cast Catherine Newton as Cassie, because I gotta be honest, Endgame's Cassie is overrated. I'm sorry, but I don't see her as Cassie Lang. I think that might be one of my nitpicks with Endgame, honestly. But yeah, all in all, yeah, love Quantumania. Don't care what anyone else says. At number 8, I'm just Ken. Where I see love, she sees a friend. It is my destiny to live and die a life of blonde virginity. I'm just Ken and I'm enough. And I'm great at doing stuff. So hey, world, check me out. Yeah, I'm just Ken. Baby, I'm just Ken. Yeah, Barbie. Now, with the top 8, I'm going to say that all of these movies are in my top 40 favorite movies of all time. Maybe this one top 50, but, or I don't know, maybe like somewhere between the 50s and 60s. I'd put this at around that area. But yeah, Barbie is a masterpiece. Yeah, screw all these sexist men who think that who accuse this movie of being male hating and would even call this the most overrated movie of the year. Well, there's a good reason why this is the highest grossing movie of the year. But yeah, Barbie rules. I don't care what anyone says. And this movie just keeps getting better and better the more I rewatch it or even think about it. Yeah, this movie is so good. Like, where do I even get started with this? Yeah, I think this might be the best movie based in a toy. Well, technically second, because my personal favorite movie based in a toy is Bumblebee, but Barbie is a close second. Man, I cannot believe how good. Oh, by the way, it's New Year's Eve, so of course there'll be fireworks. But yeah, but where do I get started with Barbie? I mean, first of all, yeah, this movie is visually gorgeous to look at. The production design. The production design is gorgeous, especially of Barbie Land. It looks so colorful. This is probably the most colorful movie I've seen this year. It's also the most vibrant and energetic movie I've seen this year. I love the performances, especially with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling being tied as the best, as the standouts of the movie. Just Ken song, the Just Ken song is definitely a standout moment in the film. And I love all the big cast. Greta Gerwig's direction. In fact, remember when I said Little Women was Greta Gerwig's best film? Well, this is sure her best film now. I realize it. Maybe I only put Little Women as my favorite. Sorry, I only put Little Women as my favorite Greta Gerwig movie just because of my bias towards Disney. But yeah, in a way, Barbie kind of felt like a Disney movie for some reason. But yeah, what makes Barbie truly as masterful as it ended up being is the themes of this movie. Themes of womanhood and gender equality. Yeah, this movie has a message our world needs right now. Especially when we live in an age where people just love to compare genders and say, "Oh, this one gender soft, this other gender is superior." No gender is superior. No gender. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted by the fireworks, but yeah. No gender is superior. It really the message really hits hard here because you can clearly see that this is what the world feels like. Girls are the girls are like ruling the Barbie land, and the men are being useless. But then the men just like, oh, we want equality. We want to be as good as the women, but the women are being superior, so we gotta overpower them. But then later on, everyone just learns that no gender should be put above another. Each gender should be equal. And yeah, there's a lot of womanhood messages too, especially with that amazing monologue from America Ferrera's Gloria. Yeah, I love that. But I think that honestly, it's the Just Ken sequence that made me love this movie even more than praise this movie even more. It's what made me actually think about this movie. There are other great songs too. So yeah, Barbie is just amazing. At number 7, Barbie's counterpart for the Barbenheimer, Oppenheimer. Yep, Oppenheimer. Yep. Now, I know this movie is pretty much objectively the best movie of the year, and this is the movie that majority would put as their favorite movie of the year. To me personally, not quite. But at least it's in the top 10. So yeah, please don't hate me for not putting this higher in the list. But yeah, it's just too hard to compare this. But yeah, I think this is not in the top 30. Actually, I think that Barbie might be in the top 40 thinking about it, or top 30. But this one is in my top 30 favorite movies of all time list. But yeah. And yeah, Oppenheimer is a freaking masterpiece. Yeah, this movie is absolute cinema. I mean, this probably has the best screenplay of the year. Yeah. Either this or another film I'll mention has the best screenplay of the year. I mean, the character study of Oppenheimer is like I absolutely love the character study of Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan gives probably his best direction yet when it comes to his directing. This is his best work. Like I absolutely love the production design and the period piece that is set there. That is a set. But yeah, I love all the supporting characters. There's not a single character that feels left behind. And yeah, if you thought that Barbie had a big cast, okay, you'll find. I'll admit Barbie had the better cast, had the better and bigger cast ensemble, but Oppenheimer's is insane, especially with especially with Cillian Murphy, who I hope wins Best Actor, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., so many others, Casey Affleck, Rami Malek, Kenneth Branagh, and Florence Pugh, who is my favorite of them all. But what makes Oppenheimer truly stand out the most, what the best thing about this film, is how big and massive in scale it is. This is a huge film in scale. And out of all the drama movies that we've seen, this is like the biggest drama movie ever made. Like, dramas can't go bigger than this, can't it? Yeah. Yeah, even the atomic bomb scene, like I love it, but this might have the best practical effects used in a Nolan film since Interstellar. Yeah. Yeah, the bomb scene in this, like when they blow up the bomb, man, it just feels huge in scale. And even the IMAX effects felt so worthy in IMAX, and yeah, even the score from Ludwig Göransson, it feels so loud. The sound effects are perfect as well. And yeah, also this is Nolan's comeback when it comes to R rating. So yeah, I can see Oppenheimer. I can totally see Oppenheimer winning Best Picture. We need more big blockbusters like this to win Best Picture. Yeah, if movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once can have the audacity to win Best Picture, then we need more blockbusters like that to win Best Picture. And Oppenheimer to me is why the movie I think should win Best Picture at the Oscars. At number 6, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Yeah. This is honestly one of the more underappreciated movies of the year. Maybe even one of the most underappreciated movies of the year. I love this movie. This is my favorite Mission Impossible movie. It is so good, man. Yeah, it is so good. I think this movie is everything I wanted it to be. It literally exceeded my expectations, and this literally might be in my top 20 favorite movies of all time list. Yeah, this is certainly one of the best action movies I've ever seen. This is the No Time to Die of action. What a shame that this movie bombed at the box office. I thought that this is going to be the movie event of July. Well, it is my favorite movie of July. Yeah, I don't care what anyone else says. I don't know why people call this movie mid and disappointing and one of the weakest entries in the series. I think this is the best one. I mean, well, this is by far the biggest that this franchise has ever gone yet, and this will probably be the Mission Impossible movie I'll rewatch the most, probably even more than Fallout. I mean, yeah, this is certainly the best action movie of the year, the best pure action movie of the year. Sorry, John Wick Chapter 4. Yeah, Tom Cruise gives his best performance as Ethan Hunt. You really feel his performance in this one. You really feel bad for him. Whenever he feels emotional. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, by the way. But yeah, and I absolutely love, the whole idea of just, this movie being AI driven. Like, the whole AI story with, like, the whole AI messaging of just, being careful about the use of AI, the use of technology, and make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. That is such great messaging right there. The action scenes are the best that this franchise has ever gotten, especially with that final train sequence. Each action scene just keeps getting better and better and better from here. Like, I was on the edge of my seat from start to finish. Yeah, I love all these characters. But the new cast is what really truly shined the most, particularly Palm Clementif as Paris, and also and yeah, that's standout of the movie. Haley Atwell as Grace. Grace is my favorite Mission Impossible character ever. Yeah, she made me love Haley Atwell even more now than I ever did. I probably want now. I want to rewatch First Avenger now. Maybe I'll like the film even more because of Haley Atwell's character. Peggy has a chance of being one of my MCU crushes. Yeah, Grace is my favorite Haley Atwell performance. Oh yeah, also Rebecca Ferguson as Ilsa. I did not think she was wasted at all in this one. And yeah, this movie that has the most number of action in the franchise. It feels so non-stop. I mean, you got like it's just everything, man. I love it. And yeah, I love the way that they set up part two. Yeah, I definitely can't wait for part two. Shame it had to be delayed to 2025. So yeah. I'm gonna say that this is my second favorite Tom Cruise movie. My favorite Tom Cruise movie is Top Gun Maverick, but yeah, love this movie. Yeah, I wish this movie definitely needs more appreciation. Certainly. At number 5, what is real if you steal the show? Elemental. Yeah, this movie definitely steals the show when it comes to Pixar. I still stand by calling this one my favorite Pixar movie ever. Yeah, this is the best Pixar movie, and this is this is pretty much the movie that had the biggest miracle of the year. Because when this movie came out, no one was interested in it. It bombed so hard at the box office. This what held the record of Pixar's biggest bomb yet. But then suddenly a miracle happened. Thanks to the people who like this movie, they told everyone that this movie is good, made them watch it, and people actually admitted that this is a surprise. And it makes me very happy. This is the highest grossing Disney animated movie of this decade. The highest grossing Disney animated movie since Frozen 2, I gotta say. I mean, out of all the movies that came out after Frozen 2. And it makes me very happy, man. It makes me so happy to see all the love this movie is getting. Now, I will admit, it's not the most well-made Pixar movie for sure, but what makes this movie just my favorite Pixar movie is just how it just hits different than other Pixar movies. Yeah, it hits so different. The romance between Ember and Wade is just perfection. Like, by far the best love Pixar couple. No competition, period. I love this whole world building of racism and with these elements. Yeah, say what I want about this being a Zootopia ripoff, but honestly, I prefer this movie over Zootopia. There is it, and plus this movie it's based on a director's personal life. It's based on Pierce's son's personal life. Pierce's son went through what Ember went through. He migrated from Korea to the U.S. and then his family his parents owned a grocery store there where Pierce's son was probably going to take over. Even though Pierce's son was going to take over, but then he wanted to be a filmmaker. And then Pierce's son met the American Girl, which that American Girl represents Wade in this film, and all that stuff. Basically, if you're saying that this is Zootopia ripoff, basically by your logic, you think that Zootopia ripped off Pierce's son's personal life. That's your logic. So yeah, this movie also made me cry harder than any other Pixar movie, especially in that ending scene. Yeah, probably the best theatrical experience I had watching a Pixar movie. I even watched this movie in an art house cinema, in the cinephilia cinema, whatever you call it. Yeah, Cinematheque. Yeah, and Ember is my favorite Pixar character, my Pixar crush, and and Thomas Newman's score for this film, best score of the year to me. Yeah, sadly, no one talks about the score. What a poor shame. But yeah, I'm glad Metal's getting kind of recognition, getting kind of recognized. People actually like this film. It actually broke even at the box office, and yeah. So yeah, take that, Disney haters. At least there's a Disney film this year that actually has a decent reputation. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, screw you, Disney haters. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. At number 4, Scream 6. Now, yes, we're getting into these next 4 films are in my top 10 favorite movies of all time list. And now the movie that we're talking about is my favorite horror film of all time. Scream 6 is a goddamn masterpiece. I love this movie to death. Sorry. It is just wow. Like, I can't believe how good this movie was. I can't believe how good this was. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, this movie literally took the Scream franchise to a whole new level of highs. Like, this movie did things that the Scream franchise couldn't the rest of the Scream films couldn't do, which is take place in New York City, outside of Woodsboro, not have Sydney in it, but actually it's still okay. Well, maybe I wouldn't say it's too new to the franchise, since there are some formulaic stuff in this one, but I don't care. I think this movie executed it in the best way possible. Sydney actually did feel respected despite her not being in this one, due to her not being paid. At least she still got we actually understand why Sydney isn't in this. Yeah, what happened to Sydney's character, and it was explained in such a perfect way. Yeah, so they did a good job in that. But yeah, I mean, this is the most intense Scream film yet. It is just the most badass. It's the most fun, like seeing these characters just be put in danger, and then seeing them just be put in danger and all that stuff. Yeah, it is just so much fun to watch. The killings in this movie are up to a max of times 10. Like, literally, like that scene when Annika gets thrown out of the building, and we see like that blood in her face. Holy crap! Yeah, Ghostface is even more threatening than ever. Although Amber Freeman would still be my favorite Ghostface killer, but I still love and defend the Ghostface killers here, especially Quinn Bailey. Yeah, like the fact that she died just so she wouldn't be suspected to be one of the Ghostface killers. That is brilliant right there. But what makes this movie truly stand out the most, besides all the killings and that stuff, is the characters, the core of the characters, the core for it especially. Like yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, you got the legacy characters, Kirby Reed especially. Kirby Reed has never been better. I will honestly think that Kirby Reed is an overrated character in Scream 4, but here, Kirby Reed is like done to perfection in this one. But then you got Sam, Tara, Mindy, and Chad. All of them just had perfect chemistry together. They had such a perfect banter. You really feel them together. Like, they feel like an actual family together. And Jenna Ortega as Sam Carpenter. This honestly might be my personal favorite Jenna Ortega performance. Yes, even over Wednesday. And Sam Carpenter, all I can say is justice for Melissa Barrera. Yep. So yeah, all Scream 6, love this movie. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I also prefer Jill from Scream 4 over the killers in this one, but yeah. At number 3, my favorite MCU movie ever, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Like, seriously, how the hell is this rated the lowest in the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy? Like, this, like, even the second film is higher. Like, the first film was like in the 90s, the second film is 80%. This one is legit 80%, and it deserves so much better than this, because this movie is a freaking masterpiece. Thank God we have an MCU film this year that actually has as great reviews. That MCU fans can actually unite with each other and can actually unite and agree upon. Even though there's some people say this movie's overrated, but I don't care. I'm ignoring those kinds of those haters who cannot even at least admit that an MCU movie is an MCU post Endgame movie can be good. But yeah, this movie just really hits different from other MCU movies. That's why it's my favorite. It just hits differently. Yeah, it just hits so differently. Yeah, this movie is deeper than you think. This movie is not what you expected, but yeah, not what you expected from the marketing. And I think this movie subverting our audience's expectations is just what truly made this movie stand out. Yeah. And this might be one of my favorite finales to a franchise I have ever seen. Yeah, this movie is emotional, it is heartbreaking, it is deep, and it is one of the darkest MCU movies ever, as this movie tackles animal abuse. High Evolutionary is a top 3 MCU villains. Best, and honestly, I think he might be my favorite live action villain of the year. My favorite live action villain. Second favorite villain. I think you can probably tell who my favorite villain is, but we'll get to that. Rocket is the best male MCU character. You really feel what he feels. Yeah, you really feel his. You really feel his chemistry. I mean, no, you really feel him. Like you really feel bad for Rocket in this movie. Yeah, his backstory, his trauma, and I mean what he went through with the High Evolutionary's actions, and Lila is the most adorable MCU character ever. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, the Guardian stuff is still great. The performances are great. The performances are all great, but it's pretty much the backstory scenes that really make this movie shine. And at the end of the film, yeah, Rocket's development in this one, it really paid off so well, especially with Rocket finally coming to accept the fact that he's a raccoon, and he's like, the name's Rocket, raccoon. And yeah, and then it pretty much ends with the Guardians living, despite we all thought they were gonna die. But I think they did it so well, because this movie, pretty much, the ending also delivered a message to critics, to all the moviegoers, that you don't need to cry over a sad scene. You can still cry over a happy scene. Well, I mean, see these characters just dance in freedom and all this stuff, and Peter Quill returning home to his grandpa. How could anyone not cry at that? So yeah, this movie is the peak of the MCU. I still think that Secret Wars will top this as the best MCU movie ever, because Secret Wars is Secret Wars. Like, it's gonna be the biggest blockbuster ever made, period. So yeah, this movie, yeah, this is the best live action movie of the year easily, because the top 2 films are animated. At number 2, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Yep, Across the Spider-Verse, the best superhero movie of all time, period, and my 3rd favorite movie ever. Yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, what else is there to say that hasn't been said already? I mean, besides Oppenheimer, this is also another movie that is often recorded as the best movie of the year, and I can totally see why. I recently rewatched this movie this month on Into the Spider-Verse's 5th anniversary, and man, does it hold up yet. Saying this is the best Spider-Man movie is an understatement. I mean, this movie genuinely blew me away. Now, I know people like to acknowledge this as more of a Sony movie than a Marvel movie, but this feels more like a legit Marvel movie to me. Yeah, this feels like a legit Marvel movie. Yeah, like, wow. I mean, this has the best use of the multiverse I have ever seen. This movie has the best Spider-Man storyline. It has the most emotionally resonating and powerful Spider-Man storyline with Miles Morales just grappling with growth and trying to balance 2 different lives. I mean, with the current state I am in right now, I'm actually in the same state in my mentality as Miles right now. I don't want to explain it too personal, but I'll just say it. Right now, I'm literally in the same mentality as Miles is, and yeah, and I can relate to him even more now. And this movie even feels like Gwen Stacy's movie. Like, this feels like a Gwen Stacy movie. I mean, Gwen Stacy narrates this. Gwen Stacy is the narrator. Gwen Stacy is like, I mean, Gwen Stacy did more heroic things than Miles in this one. And Gwen Stacy literally made her own band. Yeah, so I think Gwen should technically be the main character. The opening 20 minutes of just purely Gwen Stacy's origin story is Gwen Stacy's not origin, but rather just spending time in Gwen Stacy's world is the best opening scene ever put to film. Period. And ever put to film. Period. And yeah, the best scene in the film to me is not even an action scene or a spectacle scene. There's this one scene that is just so quiet and so subtle. So deep. They had this one deep scene with Gwen Stacy returning to her own world where she sees her father, and then Gwen literally decides to stand up to her father, and be like, and then just pretty much confront her father, and just like convincing her father to accept her as Spider-Gwen. And then we see all these colored background changes in this one, and yeah, you really feel that movie. That was one of the most deeply moving scenes I have ever seen put to film. Period. You can praise all the action scenes, the chase scene, the ending, the Prowler Miles scene, all you want. I mean, you can have different favorite scenes, but I think that one scene with Gwen talking to her dad in Gwen's world, that scene needs more recognition. I'm serious right now. So yeah, Across the Spider-Verse comes in at number 2, but you all know what number 1 is. I think it's no surprise. And my number 1 favorite movie of 2023 is Wish. I will never understand the hate for Wish. Screw the haters big massive time. Wish deserves so much better, man. Yeah, seriously. As a Disney fan as a Disney fanboy myself, this movie is everything, and I mean everything I wanted it to be and more. Like, this movie is like this resonated with me the most in 2023. It honors Disney's 100th legacy better than it had any rights to be. And this wow, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'll make this quick because I need to end this video right now. I actually need to wrap up this video, but yeah, I'll just say this. Yeah, this movie like spoke to me the most this year, more than any other film could. It has one of the best animations I've ever seen. King Magnifico is my favorite movie villain of all time, and obviously the best villain of the year. No competition. The songs are some of the best of the year, especially with This Wish, the ending version of This Wish. And also knowing what I know now as well. Amazing songs. And Asha is the best character of the year. Yeah, this movie is just so emotionally resonating, so heart-wrenching. It made me cry, especially at the end of the movie. And yeah, I'm actually planning to see this one for a third time on Thursday. Yeah, I'm seeing this movie for a third time on Friday. Friday. Yeah, I'm seeing this one on Friday for the third time in theaters. So yeah, Wish is just perfect. It is perfect on every single level. It is not only the best movie of 2023, not only is it the best Disney original movie I've ever seen, not only is it the best movie of the decade, but it is my second favorite movie of all time. Do I get to say what my number 1 is? Yeah, and yes, I am proud. And also, not to mention, Wish is the most underrated movie of all time. I am probably the Wish's number 1 fan and defender, but I don't care. I get to have my own opinions all you want. You can hate this movie all you want. You can put this in your worst movies of 2023 list all you want. You can call this the worst animated movie of the year. You can call this the worst animated movie of 2023 all you want. You can call this the worst Disney movie all you want, but you can't stop me from loving this masterpiece. Yeah. So yeah, Walt Disney, thank you for everything. Thank you for making your movie that end up being the best movie of the year, even over freaking across the Spider-Verse. So yeah, thank you Disney for everything. I will always stand by your side. Yeah, let's hope that Disney hate will die down. I don't think it ever will, but who cares? So that's all for my best movies of 2023 list. So yeah, what are your favorite movies of the year? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my worst movies of the year. Bye, guys.